Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm up with another episode on knowing the woman entrepreneur. I know there has been a huge gap between episode 2 and episode 3, so better late than never. So I'm back with a new episode making you meet with the new woman entrepreneur. So let's get started. So today I'm going to make you meet with the owner of Toko Lee, which is a sari brand, and the name is very unique and you get a touch of Bengal, the flavor of Bengal. The brand is helmed by Anindita, who is a freelance writer, content writer. So besides doing that, she has also started with the brand Toko Lee. I like the name. So we'll get to know more about Toko Lee, how it all started. The name is very uncommon and it can readily grab the attention of the buyers. So what it is all about. So already I told you it's a sari brand. So let us know at length from Anindita herself. So let's get started with this interview session. First of all, hi Anindita, I hope you're doing really well. So it gives me immense pleasure, to ask you questions on Toko Lee and know about her. As you know, I've started with the episodes on knowing women entrepreneurs of small business, and you had started with Toko Lee just now, like it's not even a year now, or maybe 1 year. So I think it's better if you talk at length about Toko Lee with my viewers. So before proceeding, my first question would be, why did you choose such name? This name is very unique, and first of all, what is the meaning of this name? Even I don't know. Being a Bengali, I don't know the meaning of Toko Lee. Okay, so I would love to know the meaning of it and how it all started.
Thank you, Momita, for having me on your show. I would not lie, I'm a little flattered that I am featured on your show so early in my career as an entrepreneur. And like you said, you're right, Toko Lee has not even completed a year yet. It is about to complete a year on 22nd. So I'm a very new entrepreneur. I've just started, and thank you for having me and like considering me in your list of women entrepreneurs. Thank you for that. So to answer your question, what is the meaning of Toko Lee? Yeah, so when I completely I decided that I'm going to start it, and I'm going to have my own Facebook page and everything. I'm going to give my venture a name. I was actually consulting with my husband Ongshuman, and we both were looking for names, something relevant to weaving, since my business deals with shari and weaving and everything. So I was looking forward for such names. I was looking for such names, actually, such relevant names. So Ongshuman is the one who actually discovered or came across this name, and he suggested me, and I finalized it. Toko Lee means it's a tool actually. It is also known as Tokli. Some people call it Tokli, some people call it Toko Lee, and it is also called as Maku. It is actually a weaving tool, and in English it is known as spindle. So it's basically a weaving tool which is used in weaving. So it is actually a very thoughtful name, and thanks to my husband, he came across this name and suggested me, and I finalized it. So that's how Toko Lee came to surface. And how I started the business, I do not have a fancy story or some exaggerated background. To be very honest, I started this business out of suffocation that we all suffered in 2020. None of us was prepared, and I got married in 2020 January, and from March it was lockdown. And by profession, I'm a content developer, as you know. I continued with that, but right now I'm working as a freelancer. But right after my marriage, I joined a company, and I was working there full time. But this whole work from home thing and managing the new environment, things get so different after marriage. You take a little time to get adjust, and this pandemic happened. Everything happened so fast that I couldn't even cope up, and I was really losing it. and content writing after a point of time is a little monotonous. So I was getting really suffocated. So I was finding a getaway first of all, and second, from quite a long time I was having this in my mind to open up something, to have my own venture. And then capital investment is also a big issue when you think about a big like factor when you think of opening up a business, whatever it is, doesn't matter how small it is. So this what immediately, and I was seeing so many women come forward and do this fantastic job on Facebook and so like all other social media platforms. So I was thinking, can I do it? Should I give it a try? Like sari has always been a very fascinating thing for me because I am grown up in a joint family. I've seen my mother, I've seen my aunties talk about this thing. So I always fancied sari and weaving stuff, but I was not sure that I could turn that into a venture or I could contribute something in it. So I thought of giving it a try.
Anindita, I had already told my viewers that Tokoli is a sari brand. So generally, what kind of saris do you sell, and what kind of saris would you include in your collection later?
See, as of now, I am keeping saris of all sorts and all kinds, cotton, silks, everything that is there in the market, all kinds and all like belonging from all kind of range. I have saris which costs 500 to 5000 and even more. So I have all kinds of saris, yeah, like I've told. But my main focus, like my interest in this business grew when I came across this thing called embroidery, like the one that I'm wearing now. I am really keen and really inclined to introduce my self-designed customized sari range, and I want to like shift my focus there. I've been lucky enough to introduce a range of self-designed exclusive sari this year, like rather this month only I've launched them. But that thing is also very new to me. I want to explore that, I want to work on different kind of materials and different kind of designs, and I want to like put my mind into it. But customized sari or self-designed sari is something that I'm looking forward to, and I want to work more on that. I have just started it. I have just launched a few, like 5 of them this month, and people are liking it. People are actually texting me and saying that you're doing a good job, and I like the design. I have even got some custom orders as well. So my focus, eventually I would like to shift my focus there, so that I can bring something new to the plate.
So my next question is, do you customize saris, or do you sell as the way you get? Or would in the future would you like to design your own saris and give the brand, sell it with your brand name Tokoli? I know every designer has this aspiration, but how do you look forward to it?
I think I've already answered this question in the previous answer that I gave you. That is my main focus, to introduce my own designs. And as of now, I have only designed very soft and chic kind of designs, like very little floral designs, embroidery, like the one I'm wearing right now. As you can see, it's very pretty, very soft kind of things, but I have certain things in my mind, so I don't know if I'll be able to turn them into reality. But I have a lot of designs in my mind, and I'm really looking forward to design and work on different kind of materials and do something, because as of now, as an introduction, I have used comfortable things. Like this is a mal cotton that I'm wearing. This is one of my self-designed saris. So I've thought of starting with it because it's a very comfortable material and it is in trend also. People are wanting it. But going forward, I would like to work on different kind of silks, like slab silk, mulberry silk, and like different kind of art silk and blended silks, and maybe different kind of cottons as well. So I am researching on them, the materials. As of now, I'm looking for such materials. So, and not only shari, I have a plan of introducing certain kind of dupattas and bridal veils, but let's see how far I can do it.
Now, this question had already asked in first two episodes, and I had always, urged to know the answer to it. Like, that all the means most of the business women, they mainly face hurdle, and there are a lot of competition now. Many women are starting with their own business, and to be very frank, none of them are now sitting idle. They're doing one thing or the other. So Anindita, did you face any hurdle while while starting the business, or maybe something like 2 months it was running very smoothly, and the third month you thought that no, it's not happening. So how did you, if you had faced something like this, how did you buck up? How did you had that energy in you to move forward? Please, I would like to know, because this gives me immense motivation, and helps me through all the negativities from my mind. I hope this will help all my viewers too, those who are planning to do any business, or maybe those who had or those who are having negative aspects in life. They will try to learn some positivity from all the 3 episodes, from all the women entrepreneurs whom I had interviewed. So Anindita, please share your thoughts on this.
See, I think the main hurdle that I faced before starting the business or after starting the business was to convince myself to keep going. Okay, I think that is the main struggle. We all have come across this quote that it is very difficult to take the first step, and it is the most significant one. So now that I have taken a step and I have come this far, I can actually fathom the significance of this quote, or the meaning, the underlying meaning. So the only thing that is stopping you is you. There will be competition, there will be ups and downs.
So what are your future plans with Tokoli?
Momita, like I've told before, my focus is to introduce more and more self-designed sarees, to work on different materials, and alongside I want to know more about different kind of weaves and introduce some long lost weaves maybe, and so I am studying them and researching on them. So I want to introduce different kind of weaves and focus more on self-designing. So that is the plan as of now.
So Anindita, how can the buyers contact you? Means I hope, or I am sure you're having a Facebook page or an Insta page. So how will they contact you if they like your collection, and where can they view your collection?
Yes, I do have a Facebook page and an Instagram account as well. But mostly I show my collection or broadcast my collection on WhatsApp story, because it's the easiest. So you can directly see and contact me. So it's better to directly contact me on WhatsApp. I broadcast most of my collection in WhatsApp story. It's the number is 74394035518. It's my business contact. You can contact me and ask for an availability or inquire about a product. But you can definitely check out my page for reviews.
So Anindita, my question is, what are the advantages of an online business that is making all of them to start mostly after lockdown, mostly after this COVID outbreak?
See, this whole thing, this pandemic thing has suffocated all of us. For a long period, we have been stuck at home, first of all, and I don't think so many of us is accustomed to this. Constantly sitting at home and panicking about what will happen and all that. So I think for me that worked. That worked as a push. But yes, why people are like more and more women are coming forward and thinking of starting up their business on social media platform is because of this fact that a business requires quite a huge initial capital investment. Because when we think of a business, we think of a physical location or a brick and mortar store. But in case of Facebook selling, you don't have to think of that cost. Okay, so that cost is getting eliminated, which is a huge thing. So finding a renting, whether you're renting a place or you're taking a place on lease, or whether you're buying a place, it's definitely includes a hefty amount. So that is getting saved. So what you have to think next is the investment on how much you want to spend on your inventory. But then you can start with small products, of course. Like for instance, when I thought of stocking up sarees, I obviously opted for affordable sarees, affordable cotton sarees, and then I moved to silk and all that. So that is why I think more and more women are coming forward and setting up their business on Facebook, because they don't have to think of that hefty initial capital investment thing. Shari or any other business is quite requires certain amount of capital investment, but first you can, like, there are options. You can first know the market, start on small scale, and then grow big, then you can expand. So this is the reason. And why pandemic? Because now this social distancing things, and people are preferring to order online, and they can see view orders online, and then they don't have to go out in crowd and then buy products, and they're getting authentic products from us.
How do you see your brand in the coming 2 years?
In the next 2 years, I hope people recognize Tokoli as an affordable quality apparel brand. As I've told you, as I want to introduce more and more self-designed drapes, and I'm willing to keep sarees from all ranges, and I hope I can reach out to all kinds of people, and everybody can actually have one Tokoli in their wardrobe. So I by 2000, within 2 years, I'm just hoping to reach more people, and more people should come to know about this brand. And I just want to establish my brand as an affordable quality, innovative brand or exclusive brand, something like that.
So thank you, Anita, thank you for this wonderful session. I love to know about your brand, and all the best for your future endeavors, so that you shine like a rock star, and stay happy, stay safe, and stay healthy.
Thank you, Momita, once again for having me on your show. And I had really fun time talking to you and talking about my brand and my aspirations, and what I intend to do, what I look forward to. It was so lovely talking to you, and kudos to you once again for coming up with such an idea and introducing us to your viewers. So thank you so much for this time and for this session. I had a wonderful time talking to you, and all the best to you as well. I just wish that your channel flourishes and more people come to know about you and your channel. And all the best to you, and you too, take a very good care of yourself and your kiddo and everyone, and be happy and take care.